Fantastic.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We're in.
So thanks, guys.
Fantastic,
for
fantastic.
This morning
Hello,
talk.
everyone.
Who wants to chair?
You can chair.
Okay,
May
I'll
I
chair.
suggest Esther?
Yeah, I think actually Esther should chair because I think I'm a little bit too opinionated to chair.
Sure.
Me. Yep.
So we just watched the talks between the Hong Kong Federation of Students and the Hong Kong government, and they also just had mini press conferences, at least the government did, as did the moderator, who was a president of one of the schools in Hong Kong, and the students will be having their press conference really soon in Admiralty. So right now we're just going to be discussing our thoughts and feelings and opinions. So first thoughts, what did you guys think? So why don't we start off with Justin, since you came onto this hangout first?
Sure. Thanks, Esther. I think the most important thing that came out of the talks today is that this is really a debate about the nature of public opinion. The government seems to have an opinion about public opinion that seems to think that each sector of civil society should be given equal share, regardless of population representativeness, and the students feel that what universal suffrage should be about and what civil nomination should be about is about the representativeness of the entire people, the entire population of Hong Kong. So basically, the impasse between the government and the students, as I see it, is a disagreement about the nature of what public opinion is. And so I'll just leave it at that.
All right, Abraham, how about you? What did you think about it?
I think right now the whole discussion is all about a couple of things. Article 44, 39, and 45. So it's not just about the public opinion. I mean, it's not just about the government, how do they see about public opinion, but it's also about how the government would like to frame as an.
Abraham moved his camera. Maybe
right.
So as we wait for Abraham to come back on, I think Abraham is right. There are two issues on the table. One is public opinion, but Abraham is absolutely right to say that this is also a debate about basic law. And as Abraham said, it's about Articles 39, 44, 45, and as well as 159.
Okay, now I'm back.
Great. So basically, Abraham, I just said what you just said. So keep going.
Okay, so what we're seeing right now is the public opinion on Article 45 and 44 and 39, as well as Article 159 on whether the basic law can be amended. This is the major discussion, though, and that's what I hope to see, and that's what we are seeing right now.
Because right. It's not just this is what Alex Chow has been saying in public. Even prior to this conversation, Alex Chow has been talking about the need to amend the basic law.
Yes, and I think they strike a really good. I think they throw such a nice ball out there to ask for government to where they can amend or not. I think that's nice. That's nice. Yeah.
Esther, your thoughts?
I was really impressed by the students, and I thought they did their homework exactly as we said earlier. They came prepared, and they brought out their points, were incredibly articulate, and I have to say I was pretty unimpressed with the government, even though we came in knowing that they would be pretty firm. Obviously, I was very surprised that they would be doing another submission to their country. I forgot what it's called.
The National People's Conference.
National People's Conference. So, yeah, that was good. Some of their arguments from the students were really passionate. And
may I suggest one thing, Esther?
Yeah.
I think it has to do with the Beijing already put up a frame work in terms of what they can do and what they cannot do. So everything has to base on three things. First of all, is the decision from MPC, from National People's Congress, the reports from August the 31st, and then the second is basic law, which particularly Article 45. And the third thing is about the reports that they have. Well, the third thing actually is about more, I think it's more about CY Leung and his role in bringing a closer tie with the Beijing government.
Certainly,
so
that's what he admitted to Michael
really,
Chugani.
Yep.
Yeah.
What do you say, Justin?
Certainly, that's what CY said that he had accomplished to Michael Chugani. This was his interview on was it Saturday or Sunday?
Yeah, I remember that.
He basically said that the major policy achievements of his chief executive was housing and achieving closer ties with the Beijing government.
Yes. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
So I think one of the things that I want to put on the table is so that the government has seemed to make rather remarkable concessions. In agreeing to file an addendum to the report on political reform to the National People's Congress.
Right.
And this addendum will take into account the effects of the August 31st decision by the Standing Committee. So, what do we think of these government concessions? Alex Chow has said that it remains to be determined what the execution of these concessions will be like. So what do we think of these concessions? Do we buy it? Do we buy it?
I mean, I think for every single debate, there needs to be some sort of sense of progress for people who are watching the debate to be fulfilled. And I think because there were two other debates or discussions that were canceled, something needed to be done. And I think this was maybe done in a form of maybe to appease the public. But again, I also agree with Alex in saying that we don't know what's going to happen. Sorry, I obviously misquoted him, that it remains to be seen what's going to happen as to whether this is actually going to produce any positive change for the supporters of pro-democracy.
You know what? I think I will think in a different way. I think the very first thing is make sure all these things that in a negotiation must be legally binding. Because right now we just see them, they're throwing out all sorts of promises, but with the track record of what we see in the government, I don't know whether we could believe in such track record, especially with CY and with how the government has called off the negotiation earlier.
Yes, I mean, are they allowed to make anything legally binding in this discussion, though?
Not at this moment. Not at this moment. Nothing has been legally binding.
Well, I think that's the major question that I want to ask, and that's that, if the government if the government is making these concessions, right, then is it in fact undermining the authority of CY, or is it?
I definitely think so. CY has been preempted. I mean, has been got emptied out many times already, and since the day of the whole negotiation happens, I mean the whole consultation period, or even earlier than that, pretty much after the whole national and moral education curriculum, he has been already saying, no, you just need to become kind of like the the symbolic leader for Hong Kong. But he's not willing to do that. That's why we have seen that he trying to get more limelight, such as being interviewed by New York Times and Wall Street Journal, and make that very embarrassing comment about anyone below the average income should not be picking leaders, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Sure.
I
So,
seriously even wonder if they have like a PR department in their government, because what kind of a PR department would allow anyone in his position to make such statements the day before a very, very publicized discussion? Doesn't make any sense to me.
and
Oh
certainly
yes,
the students caught on to that, right? Like the opening statements of the students really linked universal suffrage to poverty issues.
mhm. I also see this dude called Andrew Fung, who used to be a part of the Democratic Party. He is now the PR. He is the PR coordinator for CY Leung. So, well, he has been doing a lot of disastrous move. I mean, Andrew Fung. So, you know what? We don't have really a smart guy for PR anyhow at this moment.
Did anyone get the sense that that people like Carrie Lam and Esther Yuen and all these people were sort of tied, like their hands were tied?
I guess
Um,
I get it. I feel that their hands are really tied at this moment
How so, Abraham?
because that's you see how they keep bringing the whole Article 45 MPC and the whole basic law, and everything has to come back and back and back, and also about the whole nomination committee. They are already tied with these issues. I mean, these are the things they cannot back down. They must maintain a nomination committee no matter what.
so the students have arrived in Admiralty. Do we want to watch that and then continue our discussion?
Yes, I think we should watch it right now. Okay?
All right. Thanks, Esther, and thanks, Abraham. We'll be
Thanks for now. Okay, bye now.